Today is August 30th, and the Yankees have taken 3 out of the 5 games against the Mets. All of them were pretty wild. All of them were pretty weird. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake. Recaps galore and weekly awards. Stat lines, steaming hot takes. Your Yankees news with these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for clicking play, hanging out with us today, and listening to some Yankees talk. They played 5 games against the Mets. We're going to talk all about them. My name's Jimmy. Sitting next to me is Jake. Behind the dish is BBD, and we are coming to you live from the Roosevelt Studios here in the Bronx. Jake, say hi.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Y'all smell good tonight. Get ready. This episode's going to be, nasty good.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. Get ready, everybody.
All right, so before we get
Tell a friend. It's going to get nasty good.
Before we get to the nasty good stuff, we do have an update on the Raffle Winners. Everyone that left reviews on the Apple iTunes review, thank you very much. Caitlin went through, and she chose winners at random. I am going to read out the names of the people that won.
Wow.
If you hear your name, you have to prove that you are the reviewer. So go back into your review, into the edit button, take a screenshot, and then send that to Caitlin at jomboymedia.com.
Katie? Caitlin?
Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn.
Kaitlyn at Jomboy Media.
Jomboymedia.com. Send her the screenshot and then send your size and your address and all of that, and you will get a brand new Yankees
Nike logo,
brand new jersey. BBD's wearing his today. The winners were Ben SLB, P Sanzo, Psanzo, Jeffrey Lara, Mocking Fetich, Mock NHHINGFDECCH, Triangle Hold, Mahesh Shrishk Namurthy. What the fuck, guys?
Okay.
Mahesh Krish Namurthy. Lisa Patamac 4. Lisa Patmac 4. Lisa Patmac 4.
Okay.
Nitch L0330. NICH L0330.
Should have had me read the names, huh?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
How would you read that?
Like Nitch L0330.
What I said.
Okay. Zach McClain, Mike Mulvihill, Scott D26, Scotty at OC Dudasa,
Okay, great.
Nate Goodchild.
That's an easy one. That's all?
Yeah.
So read this one.
Lisa Patmac.
No.
Oh, Makrish Namurthy.
Read that one.
That's right. Mocking Fidek. So if you're one of those names, please reach out and get it. Jim, we got a good app to go. Come get your jersey if you heard your name right there.
Caitlin at jomboymedia.com. Jake, how are you?
I'm great, Jim. I'm great. We, obviously we're running hot. You win 3 in a row, especially in that fashion. And I think you brought up a good question. It was kind of the what does it mean? Because, again, everything's in the scope of the playoffs. We've got 2.5 potentially game-changing things for the playoffs that I think we'll talk about going forward. But, dude, we had to break the losing streak, which at first we did not. We added on in 2 crushing ways. And then you come back to win the series. We have some really nice performances, crazy comeback wins. And, are the questions with this team still kind of what they were when we're losing? Yeah. we need guys to get healthy and everything, but we're winning. We got our best pitchers lined up for the upcoming Tampa series, and we straight up embarrassed the Mets.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
If you're watching live on Patreon, thank you very much. Enjoy tonight. If you're listening to this Monday morning, enjoy today, because at 7 o'clock Monday night, Hearts are fully back on the line.
Yeah.
And that's a little scary. Yes, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer because spirits are high.
No.
But the conversation that I kept having with the losses were like, this sucks, but how much is this really affecting our playoff chances? Still, that is still the balance. So we'll try and do that.
The highs and lows, trying to control them, but times are good, times are fun, and but depending what Big Garrett Cole does coming up. But hey, that's exciting in and of itself. So,
all right,
there we go.
Let's burn game 1.
Whew.
I honestly don't think I'm going to remember this.
Okay.
On your mark, get set, burn.
We are truly in for the full Monty as Jordan and the Yanks host the Mets for 5 games with Michael Waka Flocka Flame on the bump. Bottom 1, Clint Frazier goes hard in the paint with the RBI double. Gary Sanchez says, look, ma, no hands with the RBI walk. And Clint Frazier been saying for years, I'm with Roscoe, I'm with Waka, I think I deserve a chance. 2-run yacker from Clint. It's 4-0 Yanks after 2. It's still 4-0 into the 5th. Dom Smith scores on a wild pitch after some ugly baseball by Andujar and the Yanks. 4-1 into the 6th. It's not easy being green. Chad goes Oprah mode. You get a homer. You get a homer. Alonzo, Smith, and Marisnik go yard. It's sad times in the Bronx. Yanks lose 6-4 final after 7.
7-inning game. I'm guessing a lot of those references were the Waka.
A lot of those were our senior year of college songs, so I think you'd know them if they were on.
Waka Flocka.
Okay. I go hard in the paint. Yeah, kind of for some of the words there, but.
Yeah, you're not saying them.
ROSCOE, Mr. Shorty, put it on me, please.
This was the game when we saw the lineup and we were like, oh, shit.
Right.
This is the squad.
This is our team.
Voit, Clint, Gardy 3-hole, Gary 4, Ford, Andujar. He feels like a distant memory already. Florial, Tyro, Wade.
Yeah. A lot of action.
Like, oh, my God.
And this ties into a little theme of the series that the Yankees won the games they played worse in, and they lost the games they deserved to win to a degree. Jim, I don't know if you want to give out your podcast tidbit right now.
It's time
because it ties into
Jimmy's tidbits.
Oh, my God. Sick frog on the song there.
Yeah, so we had someone, a source, let us know, and this isn't a joke, it's serious, that Chad was tipping his curveball, and teams were just squaring up the fastball because of it, and that is why the fastball had never been hit once all season and was suddenly getting rocked like batting practice. Apparently, well, not apparently, we know, Chad was like, I don't feel any different.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. And they figured it out. He was tipping his curveball. They fixed it. So when you hear his name in a burn later on, that's what happened there, which little scoop we got. And really, and like 100% scoop we got, like not through a grapevine or anything. Well, whatever. Believe it is what I'm saying.
It's a real thing, and it makes sense if you watch that inning. And if Chad's tipping his curveball, guess what? He's tipping his fastball because that's the other pitch he has. So, that sucked, especially that brought the losing streak to 6 at the time. And again, we had a 4-0 lead. We had a 4-1 lead, giving it to the guy that's been our best pitcher this season. And, I mean, that was like, holy smokes. We are fully in a spin cycle. Like, we need to do anything to kind of break out of this.
Mm-hmm.
And that was game 1 of the doubleheader.
Yeah. And, a lot of people were upset taking Gumby out. He looked great.
Gumby did look really good.
He finished 5 innings with 1 run, I believe. 5 innings, 1 earned run, and so many strikeouts.
It ended up being 2 earned runs because he got involved in the.
Well, that's why he finished the
Chad
5th.
runs.
He finished the 5th with 1 earned run and 6 strikeouts, but he struck out 5 of the first 6 batters. He looked good, man. Really good. And then, the story of this series was Boone pulling pitchers too early, quote unquote. He was only at 60-something pitches. I don't know how to say this.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying when I argue this every time, I'm not saying that I think he should have pulled Gumby or I think he should have left Gumby in. All I'm saying is no matter the outcome doesn't dictate that, which a lot of people are like.
Right.
It's kind of like being a fan 101. You can't just get mad at the manager when something goes wrong. Like today, he pulled Mike King and brought in someone
Yes.
who got the out. And if it was the opposite,
Krisky
to get the out with bases loaded.
Right.
And if Krisky gives a homer there, everyone's going to be screaming that you should have left King in because King had struck in the dude out twice. So, you just can't – it's just not a good game you could do. And handing the ball to Chad
Right.
is the goal.
For 2 podcasts, we complain about them not giving the ball to Chad. So I think the better way to say this, and you've said this, is it's putting the team in the position you want to be in. And Chad Green having the lead in, the final innings is where you want to be. So I get it. I mean, and hey, that's kind of the beauty of baseball to a degree, right? Monty is at 68 pitches, and he looked good. And, you could be saying, hey, I wanted Monty to keep going. He was rolling. And then when the bullpen does give it up, that's a bad feeling. But, I think the bigger thing is, you can't blame Boone for Chad Green there. Chad Green gave up 3 home runs.
Yeah.
Then Chad Green has been one of the better relievers in baseball. So I get it. I was calling for Chad there. And, again, it would have been egg on my face that day. But we've been asking for Chad, and Monty had a really nice start, and I think Alonso was coming up. So it's, you kind of got to crunch the numbers. There is less feel in baseball, and there's a lot more pulling pitchers early. So I kind of get how some people were feeling, but, and like we'll talk about in the next game, if you're Aaron Boone, part of your goal as manager is to get the ball to Chad Green and Aroldis Chapman with the lead.
Yeah,
that's an ideal game.
That's the game plan.
That's an ideal game.
All right, let's go to game 2. Same day. Down in the dumps after this one.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I know Chad was tipping, I don't even care.
Yeah.
I'm not even worried about him. Don't really care.
A little bit.
All right, next up. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Second game of the doubleheader as David Peterson and the Mets would try to feast on some lasagna. Johnny Loizaga and the Yanks, Dom Smith RBI in the first, but then the big boppers would get it done for New York. Mercer, Estrada, Kratz with the RBI single. Aaron Hicksey gives the Yanks their second run on a single, and El Gary with another RBI walk. It's 3-1 Yanks. Finding Nimmo as Brandon drives in a run for the Mets, but it's 3-2. Aroldis Chapman in for the Yanks, and in the epitome of 2020, the Mets walk off on the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Rosario, 2-run shot, 4-3 final after 7. Woof.
Unfortunately, I don't have any news on Chapman that makes it more better.
I do. He hasn't pitched.
Yeah, it's true.
He hasn't
Second
pitched
outing
at all. That was his second appearance.
Yeah.
His first appearance in what, 9 days or 8 days or something?
Longer?
I think.
Yeah. Second appearance in a year.
Second appearance of the season.
Yeah.
He's a guy that has notoriously worked into what he becomes as a player throughout the season. So, yeah, I mean, it sucked. It was one of the weirdest things. I forgot the Mets were the home team. Rosario hits that ball in the seats, and they start going walk-off mode, and I was like, what? But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty insane, weird thing to watch. And with the field mics and a lot of teams this year, and I've actually loved it, is you hear a lot of the benches when guys hit home runs. You hear guys going crazy. The Mets dugout, man, they were in our ears. They were in our heads. They were yelling. And why shouldn't they be? They basically
loud?
They basically tormented the Yanks for 2 days. Yeah, 2 games.
What? Oh, I didn't hear any of that.
It's loud.
I don't. Yeah, that's me. Like I didn't have the volume on. I should have. I wish people cued me into that.
I mean, it's just been like kind of the thing around baseball. Like anytime you see a home run, you hear the dugouts going. It sounds like a college baseball team or a high school baseball team or something.
I think I was live on Periscope, so maybe I had the TV off.
Could have been.
Or something. I didn't hear it. That sounds brutal. I don't want to hear that. Getting walked off at Yankee Stadium.
Not good.
But again,
Not ideal.
Chapman blows a save.
Right.
So, like, what are you going to do there?
Aroldis Chapman has a 0-run inning. The Yankees win a baseball game.
Johnny Lasagna looked good.
Johnny Law's having a sneaky good season, man.
So, that's our first put this in the playoff
Yeah, I didn't even have
bucket.
him. Yeah.
If you need late innings, it's not a huge step, but it's one step. And we said we want Laza to start getting more and more closer to being a bullpen weapon in the playoffs. That's one step closer.
Hicksy had a couple hits in this game.
Yeah, and he had a couple, like a foul ball shot that was close too.
Talk about the flow of Hicksy. Ottavino had a clean inning in this game. They got a run off Nick Nelson. Not ideal. Probably doesn't get playoff innings. But yeah, I mean, Chapman gets rocked. Walk, home run. That's it. That's all.
KP Watershed said, bad look for Chapman that he didn't realize Mets were the home team. But I honestly don't care because the guy who hit it didn't realize it either. Rosario is pinch hit, right?
Yeah.
Chapman is probably so in his own head, like a closer, like tunes out the world, I'm guessing. Like he hangs out in the clubhouse alone for the first couple innings.
Yeah.
And he goes out there and warms up. Yeah, you'd guess someone would have told him, or he would. But I would guess he doesn't look at the scoreboard. I don't care about that much.
And again, I think this unfortunately goes in the non-note section, but Mercer, Estrada, Kratz each had a hit, bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, I said that on our pregame show too. I said DJ's back, but the bottom of the lineup. Someone commented, and they were like, "You guys kind of nailed this."
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's game 2.
That's game 2. So sucked. I mean, they had the lead, gave it to their bullpen. And, okay, how about this? In the first game, you can have a discussion. Monty versus Chad. I think Monty had punched out Alonso twice. So I get it. There's a baseball discussion to be had here. I mean, this is Chapman. This is our closer. This is the guy. He gets beat.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a baseball discussion. That's not a Boone discussion.
No, that's what I'm saying. When you're close,
the first one, I get it.
Yes.
It's the classic leaving in the starter, bringing in the reliever. This is your closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only thing you can say is, like, the offense sucks, but look at the lineup.
Right.
Like, look at the lineup.
Right.
You're not going to complain about these guys.
And again, I mean, 3 runs in a 7-inning game, like, actually isn't awful.
I have another. I'm trying my best to be positive because I've been so negative last 2 episodes.
Yeah,
I have another. Put this in the better playoff scenario bucket.
Okay.
Otto got a full inning against the Mets'
clean
best hitters, Davis, Smith, Cano, Alonso, which probably 1, 2, 9. No, what is that in their order? 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. I don't know. I mean, I could find out in 2 seconds.
It's like 2, 3,
2, 3, 4, 5. So the meat of their lineup. Full inning. He gave up a ground rule double to Dominic Smith, who's been awesome. But other than that, got it out.
Bounced back from that, so maybe that's even more important.
The fact
as
they
well.
gave it to him in a close game is good. So that's
they were kind of forced to.
Forced to, but whatever, it happened.
Whatever, we'll take it.
That's what's going on with Laws right now too, and
We'll take it.
a little dude we'll talk about later. So, so far I got Monty looking sharp,
Yeah.
Laza looking good, and Otto getting full innings and
Okay.
maybe some trust.
We got more notes, yeah.
I'm throwing those in the buckets. I mean, do you want to talk about Sessa or we wait that out?
We'll wait it out.
All right,
It's an inning.
game 3,
Sure.
the only 9-inning game of the series.
Jesus, man.
The first 9-inning game in like a week for them.
Spoilers alert. Golly.
Did you see that stat? Because they did the Braves doubleheader, off day, Braves doubleheader, off day, doubleheader. So it was like the first 9-inning game in 5 days. All right. Well, now you know that I spoiled that. Game 3. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
Game 3, Robert Giselman Bunchen and the Mets try to find out what Jay Happ's Victoria's Secret is in the only 9-inning game this series. Top 1, the King alters a home run. King Louis V. I put the team on my back, Greg Jennings style. It's 1-0 Yanks after 1. And then guess what? Jay Happ drops dick. 7.1 innings pitched, 3 hits, 5 Ks, 0 earned runs. Hey, Cash, how you like them apples? But then, shortly after, Yank fans would run out of vino as Adam gives up the game-tying homer to Ramos. 1-1 in the 9th. And old friend Dylan Betances gives one back on the game-winning wild pitch over the safety squeeze attempt by Eric Kratz. What in tarnation? Yanks win on a walk-off wild pitch. Hap to Otto to Happy Chappy. Yanks win 2-1 final.
How about that game? I kind of forgot about this game.
It was bizarre. So normally a lot of these games blend together or you kind of forget certain things. I think someone mentioned in the live chat right now that so much of this series seemed like a 1-0 game. That all of the first 5 innings of every game, like, combine.
Yeah. It was wild. I mean, Hap's the story here. Hap's the story here.
Hap train.
I don't know. I don't want to step on I know he's going to get an award of some sort at some time.
Get an award.
So, I mean, Hap was awesome.
Huge.
And a big thing that's happening that I'm not upset about,
right.
All of my genuine feelings have been wrong.
Yeah. You had a bad feel. Your feelings are off. Maybe you're pregnant.
That would be awesome. Be super cool.
Not Katie, you.
Awesome.
That'd be krill. That'd be incredible.
Yeah, I'd make so much money.
For the company? Oh, my God.
It's just like that would be...
That'd be nuts.
It's literally...
Be rich.
Printing money.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, all my genuine feelings are off. So good job to Hap. Voit, solo home run. I like that. The big discussion here is taking Hap out and bringing Otto in at that time. I don't know if you listened to the post-games press conferences, but it seemed like a pretty mutual decision that he was facing Cano and then coming out. When Boone walks to the mound, you can see him say, like, how you feel? And Hap says, oh, yeah, I think I'm good here, and gives him the ball. You know?
Yeah.
So... Which I got that vibe by watching the exchange on the mound. I would have been happy either way. I really would have been fine either way here. That's why when, I was talking with people on Twitter and I was just saying it's so easy to just blame Boone for this. It's so easy because it's flip a coin. If he kept Hap in, I would have sat there and been like, yeah, good move. If he takes Hap out, yeah, good move. Because they both make sense. And Otto had a clean inning the day before.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a good pitcher. It takes a...
You got the righty Ramos.
Yeah. It's a shot off the pole. And, what are you going to do? Like,
yeah. Again, this goes back into that first starting pitcher debate. Hap is at 90 pitches. You got Ramos coming up. And then it starts also going into the, like, good day category. Like, Hap giving us 7.1. That's nuts, especially considering where our bullpen was at today in today's doubleheader. Like, if Jay Happ had a Jay Happ 3.2 inning start, I can't even imagine. Like, Clark Schmidt probably gets called up, which now I'm almost sad about it. But Happ shoved. And, yeah, man, I mean, if Happ gives up the home run to Ramos, we're all saying you got to use Rugi Ottavino. So it's the back and forth. The rule of thumb is normally you don't want the starting pitcher to lose a game like that. So you're right. I mean, if they leave in Ottavino for that at-bat, you're fine with it because he's earned it. 0 earned runs. You can't lose the game. If Ramos gets him in the 7th inning, in the 8th inning, well, then you got him. But they go to Adam Ottavino, the reliever that we pay $13 million a year, who mows down righties, and he got pole danced, Ramos hits the pole 2 feet away from being a foul ball. It's baseball. But hey, I get it, man. That was a hell of a gut punch. This was still in our losing streak. This would have been 8.
Yeah.
And to have a performance like that essentially go by the wayside in one pitch, it's an awful feeling.
Yeah.
It's a bottom feeling.
Yep. But it's whatever. Say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like flip a coin.
Exactly.
Flip a coin, you're going to be happy or you're going to blame Boone either way, and everyone knows it. But I did, and in the post game, Hap was like, yeah, I kind of emptied the tank with Cano there. Lefty. So, yeah. Chapman comes in, gets his redemption.
Yeah, he closer coming in for the top of the 9th as the home team. And, yeah, back-to-back days from Chapman. Put that as a minor star for the
first
things
time
going
doing that.
forward. Yeah. I mean, again, 3rd appearance of the year for Aroldis Chapman. It's almost September.
Dude, I was looking at Baseball Reference to this game just to, jog the memory, and it said that Billy Hamilton, his first batter, it says on Baseball Reference, line out center field, deep center field, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
It wasn't. I just watched it.
It wasn't.
It was like a bloop in front of center fielder.
Odd.
So Baseball Reference fixed that.
Yeah. And yeah, that was again kind of the funny part of this series. It was Billy Hamilton pinch run the day before, and he stole the bag, and it was like, if he gets on versus Chapman, he's already at second base, and when you're in a losing streak, it's the TFA. Things fall apart. You know that. You took a screenshot of the book.
That wasn't a screenshot.
Oh.
I painted that.
Oh, very nice.
The other big storyline from this game
was
that Gary did not pinch hit for Kratz with the game on the line.
Yes.
And Kratz went for the sack bunt, and Betances threw it away. I was sad for Betances. I truly, I didn't realize it was going to be, and then I was like, oh, damn, I don't want that to happen to him. So I guess I have feelings for Betances.
I'll be honest, I wasn't.
I didn't expect to be.
It was the losing streak.
You just know how much he struggles with that already.
No, what got me? It was because I think, did Dellin go back to the IL, which sucks? Yeah, he did. So that part sucks. Don't like that. The part that was like a whoa moment for me, I was like, there's Mets fans devastated right now. Like, if the Yankees lost on a wild pitch over the catcher, I like that. Like, I would be crumpled. And that moment kind of took me back a little bit. But no, to get the losing streak out, sorry, Dellin, get healthy. Hopefully the Mets can still trade you if you're like a little hurt, and we'll take you back.
Yeah.
No problem with that.
Great.
We'll keep Krisky down as much as it sucks.
I love that he was doing the sack bunt or suicide bunt or squeeze bunt, whatever.
Safety squeeze, we think.
With Kratz. I hated that he didn't lay down the bunt with Jordy Mercer.
Yeah.
When you had runners on first and second, no outs.
Yeah.
And Mercer, Kratz, Wade up? Was that what it was?
Yep.
Dude, you have to have Mercer move them over. 1, you avoid the double play.
Yeah.
2, Mercer, Kratz, Wade.
Yeah.
They're more likely to give you another out than a hit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's actually statistically true, right? Even the best hitter is more likely to give you an out than a hit. Maybe not in play.
Yeah.
But I thought they definitely should have bunted Mercer. I was surprised he didn't, and then surprised then he did the small ball with Kratz later on. So, very weird. But, all right.
It broke the curse.
Now for a fun one.
Voit with another homer in that game.
He's crazy.
Insane.
He's the best. Game 4, another 7-inning job. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
The Yankees call on the King of the North, Mike King versus Rick, if we were all Porcello, as the Mets hope to stop their cold play. Talkman, RBI ground out in the first, 1-0 Yanks till the 4th, then things would get straight up nutty. Buckle up. Alonso and Ramos RBI singles give the Mets a 2-1 lead, built for tough. RBI double by Mike, 2-2. Buckle up. What do you know? Robbie Cano, 2-run homer. What? just like that, it's 7-2 Mets into the final inning, but oh my God. Ford reaches on air. Wade walk. Tyro hit by pitch. Voit check swing shift beating single. And world-class base running by Tyro. Diaz wild pitch. Buckle up, cause it's the way you love me, darling. This Hicks. Impossible as a 5-run comeback. Whoo! In the final inning. And then in extras, Urshela Ella walks it off with the RBI single. The Yankees, what a play by Talkin. The Yankees win a crazy baseball game. King to Krisky to Heller to Green. 8-7 Yanks final.
This game, great job, Jake. This Hicks.
Yeah, impossible.
This game was as bad as you could feel. And then also, but then you're sitting there thinking, well, do I really have to feel bad about this?
Right.
The Yankees are hamstrung. Chapman and Otto pitched 2 days in a row, as you just heard in the Burns, so they're out. And I'm fine with that rule.
Yeah.
They burnt out the relievers last year. You have the Rays series coming up. That means more than the Mets series. I am fine.
And they're just not going to break it.
Yeah, and just get over it. They're not going to do it.
No reason to get mad about it.
So, they're out. That leaves Chad Green as the only high-leverage reliever in the pen.
Yeah.
And game 2, your plan is to start Davey Garcia in his MLB debut. So you want to have guys rested just in case. So when they go King for 68 pitches, I don't know if that's the most he's thrown this season. I would guess it is. You're like, all right, King's fine.
Yeah.
He gets in trouble. They bring in Krisky. He gets out of it. Jake said as we were watching, they're going to go Krisky the rest of the game now and just then DFA him. Or you said that as soon as he got out of that inning. When they leave Krisky in and he walks the batter, they leave him in. He walks the next batter. Then they leave him in and he walks the next batter. As a fan of the Yankees, I tweeted out, am I supposed to care about this game? Because clearly they're not the organization, not the players on the field. But the strategy isn't let's win this game at all costs.
No.
When you go Mike King to Krisky and you let them die. And then you bring Heller in and he threw 45 and kind of let him die too. And you're down 7 runs. It was a very confusing time. I mean, the lineup is full. Only 4 guys that are everyday players. DJ, Voit, Hicks, and Gary. But until the end, Hicks and Gary looked awful. DJ and Voit, the only guys playing. You have Talkman, a role player who we like a lot. Ford, basically a pinch hitter, bench guy. Gardy, a role player at this point. We like him as a role player.
Yeah.
Mercer, no idea who he even is. I get confused when he steps up the plate. I'm like, who?
Yeah.
And Wade, a role player. So, how much am I putting on the line here?
Right.
And they're not even really trying. So it's a very confusing time to be a fan.
Yeah, and that's I think we were preparing ourselves because again, game 1 of the doubleheader today, it's looking like a loss, and you start doing your spin zone / what does it all mean? What can we take into this 7th place 7 seed Yankees team into the playoffs? And then a miracle happens, and you wonder what it is. Michael Kay says mark this one down, and you do think that's a thing in baseball, having belief. I mean, if anyone's been watching the national picture, the Padres, if they are losing in a game, they are never out. And you wonder if the Yankees can pick up a little bit of that. They kind of did in the next game, so you hope they get a little bit of baseball magic. They went through their losing streak, 7 games. Everyone was getting crazy negativeville. The 2017 Yankees team had a 7-game losing streak. It was a West Coast trip. Jimmy was at the game.
I was at 3 of those games.
Bad times. Rob Refsnyder playing. So
curveball, did he get it?
Baseball will do that to you. And that 2017 team went to a Game 7 of the ALCS against a team that was cheating. So, it is what can you take to the playoffs, and can this team turn it around? And there's momentum there. And yeah, DJ LeMahieu returns, which was also pretty nice. Forgot that. And yeah, you start talking lineup, too, with LeMahieu back. His bat is his bat, which is insane. But if you can get Gardy going or Hicks or Talkman, now you've extended your lineup a couple pieces. Or, God, if Gary could somehow get going. So, we'll see. But, man, it felt nice to get a win. And, in Yankees-Mets lore, this one's going to be remembered up there with the Luis Castillo drop pop-up. This is kind of some all-time Mets-Yankees stuff.
The Mets fans were kind of like, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, king of the walk.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys are starting starters.
Yeah.
Like, Porcello's in your rotation.
Yeah.
Your lineup
looks nice.
Like, Porcello's in your
like your
rotation.
lineup.
Nimmo, Conforto, Davis, Smith, Cano, Alonso, McNeil. That's your lineup.
I think 9 for 9, yeah.
Like, look at who the Yankees are playing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, big time.
So was kind of a slap in the face to them when they go as Metsy as the Getsy there.
Yeah. Amen.
What was it again?
As frisky as Brooks Krisky.
What was it? It was
as Metsy as it gets.
No, what was error?
Oh. It was error, walk, hit by pitch, check, swing, shift beating single, wild pitch, and then home run.
And if they tag Tyro out, that's the third out of the game?
If they also tag Tyro out, which Tyro, hey, buddy, what's that all about?
Great. If we're going to put, if we have the bucket, the good bucket going, base running, put that
Yeah, the base running's been tragic. I think it was the game before this that Clint and Talkman got thrown out at home, so.
Both really, really close plays. Really close.
Yeah.
Talkman would have been safe if he didn't get blocked by his foot, and Clint was, one so close. Clint would have been really safe if he didn't watch a two-out hit.
Watch it a little bit, yeah.
I know that really ate at your baseball. You know why that bothers Jake and I so much? Because we didn't have the skill when we played, so all we could do was get the little things.
Some basic stuff you can get
Just get the little things right. And not watching a two-out hit is as little as... Yeah. That's something Jake and I, we can do that.
Day one. So... yeah, it's just not high IQ baseball. But, hey, Yanks somehow steal a win out of left field. And again, what was that crew? King to Krisky to Heller, and then Chad Green at the end.
And Green looked good.
Good, non-tipping Chad Green.
3 strikeouts.
Yeah.
No shadows coming to play.
Shadows were wild.
All right. 5th and final game of the series. On your mark. Get set. Burn.
The rubber match of this 5-game set. Seth Julio Lugo versus Baby Pedro. The debut of Davey Jerry Garcia as he hopes to leave the Mets looking like deadheads. Tyler waiting for tonight. Whoa! A doppelganging blast by number 14 makes it 1-0 Yanks. And meanwhile, Davey was trucking. Got my chips cashed in. 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 6 Ks, 1 run scored on a Voit arrow. Don't love that. But Buenos Cantos. Yeah, maybe I can't block some balls, but how about you block these balls? El Gary, the Kraken. 453-foot grand salami over the bullpen and through the woods. It's back to Queens you go. Scary at the end by Holder, but Davey to Holder to Sessa. Yanks win 5-2 and take the series 3-2. Let's go Yanks.
Woo! A new Wade thing.
Waiting for tonight.
Yeah, that's new.
Oh.
I like it. What a game.
What a game. Oh, what a game. Davey, incredible. I talk about him a lot.
I had a theory that
coming up.
I should have said earlier about Tyro's base running.
Okay.
Do you think he was shouting out brainless Breivik because they brought Breivik up instead of him last year? And he was like, remember when you guys did that?
Just a reminder.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Remember that? You should have brought me up instead.
God, if he squeezes that ball. Yeah, I think we're about to talk about Davey.
If he squeezes that ball and Tyro's out at third, it's such a big deal.
Who knows, man? who knows how the rest of this day looks, and that's pretty insane to think about.
Davey looked amazing.
Yeah, we'll talk about Davey. Holder made it pretty interessante towards the end in his second inning. Whatever, not even going to go there. Gary Sanchez, I'm sure we'll talk about him a decent amount. I mean, pinch hit grand slam, and when you juxtapose that to Eric Kratz not getting pinch hit to do a safety squeeze, I mean, that's some pretty nutty stuff. But yeah, man, you're having, again, I wouldn't say it's those tough, I don't say it's like a scary feeling in your gut, because again, win or lose this game, in the grand scope, it doesn't mean a ton, but you're sitting there in a now 1-1 game that the one run you gave up was on an error, and the Mets are the home team in Yankee Stadium. You're just having these like, this sucks.
Yeah.
I hate 2020. But for the Yanks to do that, for Gary to do that, pretty awesome.
I mean, and Gary was having it was as bad as he's, like, if this is truly gets Gary going, which we'll put the pause on that because
I
the
think
pitcher.
we'll talk about that a little
okay.
more, yeah.
All right. What else? There was something else I wanted to say about this game, and I forget. Who came in after Davey? Holder.
Davey to Holder, who had one lights out inning and then one horrifying inning.
And then Sessa comes in to get it done.
Yeah.
And Wade.
Tyler Wade home run. Sneaky big.
Yeah, that was it for a while.
Sneaky big.
It's crazy.
Mets went Lugo, who's been really good for them. And then Chase and Shreve with a couple big innings, Jim. Familia, and yeah, you're right. They get the kid Drew Smith, who his manager said he didn't want him in a 5-run game earlier. So
brought him in a tie game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Yankees win the series. It's I don't know, as wild of a day of baseball as you can get.
Hicks goes out, cramping in both calves.
Both calves cramped up.
Boone said he doesn't think it's a big deal, though.
Tell him your thoughts on the two calves Boone injury.
What are my thoughts?
You're the Boone interpreter.
Oh, I believe Boone when he said it's not serious at all. I didn't hear him say it though. I just read those words. Boone doesn't throw an at all. A classic Boone thing would be like, I don't think it's too serious right now. And that would raise a flag because you put the right
Then it
now
can
on
change.
it.
Okay.
So it all is about the those words probably have meanings. Those words probably are called something. Extra words, surrounding words, I don't know. But at all is pretty for him to lay that down.
So that's on the Jimmy meter. That means Hicks is looking good. So don't be scared about that.
Well, it looks like the Cavs aren't going to be a problem.
The Cavs and the cradle and the silver spoon.
Yeah. All right.
Few convos. So, yeah, I think we get moving.
Okay. All right. We are moving on to awards. Jake, do you want to tell them who's bringing awards? Do you want me to?
Your call. I mean, if you need to popcorn bump me, let me know.
Let's popcorn it. Here we
Okay.
go. It's everyone's favorite time of the year. Everyone's favorite time of the year is right around the corner. That's right. Football is about to be back. To celebrate football's 101st year, DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook, is putting new users in the center of the action with a free $101 bet when they place a bet on the Kansas City versus Houston Thursday night game.
Opening night.
This touchdown of a deal is only...
Ooh, gotcha. Got him. Oh, no.
This touchdown of a deal is a popcorn, Jake.
Okay. This touchdown of a deal is only available for 101 hours, so get in on all the action now. You heard us right. DraftKings is giving all new users a free bet of $101 once they sign up and place a bet of $10 or more on the KC Houston game. If you are new to DraftKings Sportsbook, head to the app now to check out all the great promotions and odd boosts they are offering. DraftKings Sportsbook is safe, secure and reliable, located right here in the United States. So easy to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. Jim, the call to action?
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code Jomboy to get free $101 bet to use once you place a bet on the first football game of the season. That's promo code Jomboy to get your free $101 bet for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. You must be 21 years or older. New Jersey only. Other terms and conditions and restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Well done.
The first award we give out here is...
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
This is a big one.
Do I get to go first?
I believe so.
I'm giving this to a it's going to be controversial.
He's doing it.
I prepped the crew. I prepped BBD and Jake because I didn't want to make waves. And I'm doing it.
I just want you to know before you do this, I think it's fine, and I'm happy for you because you're so happy to do this, but you're putting me in a shit position. So, thank you.
Awesome. I was hoping that I would go second as well. I will give you the floor.
No, that's not how this works at all.
All right, I'm giving it. I thought it would be nice.
That's not how this works.
You complain about your shit position, but you won't allow it to change.
Well, no, because either way, it's not going to change. Because I know you're not taking the other guy who deserves it.
Yeah, I'm giving my award to Kratz.
Wow.
Here's my thinking.
Here it is.
He'll probably never, ever be slightly in contention. And he was quite frankly the story of the day. Like, he was everywhere. Think about the two good pitching performances we got. Who caught him?
Yeah.
Gary was atrocious. I want Kratz to stay on the team, and that's the conversation I want to have. But, I mean, the hugs he was giving out,
Yeah.
that look he gave Hap, like, dude, I'd kiss you right now. That was beautiful. What we just did out there on that mound, that was beautiful. Him and Davey, he's been catching him at the alternate site, and them hugging each other. I mean, when they showed the Yankees bench, they showed Kratz.
Yeah.
He was like the leader on the bench this whole weekend.
The Yes Network has had a conversation that, up the Kratz content.
So
have we.
So have we, yeah. I mean, I think that this was a weekend where the culture of the Yankees was in question big time. Like, when they were looking bad, it was like, none of these guys are inspired. Like, they were playing not inspired baseball. And Kratz was kind of guiding these young kids through it and having fun and making jokes, gunning out runners at second. I think he had a hit in the 2 games he played, so he contributed with the bat both times he was starting. Which, whatever, I'm not giving it to him for his stats anyway, although his receiving and his guiding Davey through that game is, of note.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll ever be up for it again. I think Davey will be up for it many a times. Hap's had him before.
Okay. Spoilers.
Going for Kratz.
Spoilers. No, it's fine. And I tweeted it out, and it was borderline. I didn't want to put it out there because, baseball moves fast, and you're, not to be rude to Kratzy, but, if he were to get run in a 3-game set, the stats could go. It could look ugly for Kratz, and then the feeling feels totally different. He hit a Cameron Maben territory. We all fell for Cameron Maben last year. He was clearly such a part of the team, and we were doing this mental roster crunch. And, okay, when guys come back, I mean, are we going to have to DFA Maben? And then it turned into, okay, let's keep Maben till September. Figure it out so we can have the extra guys on our roster. Figure it out to keep Maben around. Kratz has hit that point. And, we've done some conversations around it, whether it's, sending down Mike Ford or when is Higgy healthy? Do you drag your feet on Higgy? Because no offense to Higgy, who we love, on a pure day-to-day impact, it's not a large thing. And, I mean, Kratz is doing what you asked from a backup catcher. He caught a couple really nice performances. He clearly brings a lot of energy. One of the few game-winning missed safety squeezes that you'll ever see on a baseball field. So, no, I'm giving you some fake shade on that. because you're putting me in a bit of a pickle. But Kratzy,
the big conversation
he's a
I wanna
part of
have
the
is-
team.
Yeah.
You can't just DFA that guy.
That's what I'm saying. So when Higgy comes back, the options are DFA Kratz. People will claim him because he always gets claimed. He's around on teams at the end of years, always.
Yeah.
The Brewers in 2018, the Yankees in 2017. Like, he's around. He will get claimed. Everyone needs catchers and safety catchers to put on their crew, especially right now. Catchers are being traded. So they picked up Rob, what's his name?
Brantley.
They picked up Rob Brantley, and Cashman said, we picked up Rob Brantley because when Higgy's back, we're going to have to DFA Kratz, and then if Higgy or Gary get hurt, we're going to need another option in the alternate site because Iannetta retired. Right. I don't think you risk it.
Yeah.
I would rather, at least for the next couple weeks, ride out this. Keep Kratz around as a third catcher. He's a better bat off the bench than Ford, probably, even though Ford got an RBI double. And then just see where you go from there. Because you can drop someone down. Mercer, Ford. Well, maybe not Mercer. Ford. Someone else. A pitcher. Drop them down for a couple days. Just keep them around. Wait it out till it's safe. I don't think it's safe to lose him yet.
Yeah, and I mean, again, with what Ford is providing offensively, I mean, we had conversations this year, are the Yankees going to carry 3 catchers? And hey, maybe a DH Gary a little bit. So there are some options there that it just feels too quick to move on Kratz. If everybody gets healthy, and it's really go time and it's not there, you kind of get it, but at the same time, you kind of don't. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, I had a funny conversation with Kyle, who does a lot of our video work, and he was like, dude, I'm loving Kratz. He's like, dude, it's so funny. I mean, he's not Higgy at all. Like, the guys love him. And I was like, well, the guys love Higgy too, but it's just the most opposite personalities ever. I mean, you've got Kratz, who's a talker, and you got Higgy, who's a listener.
Yeah,
They are coming from 2 different ends of the spectrum. So I think I think Kyle Higashioka is veteran enough. But again, these guys are competitors, but you can tell them, hey, let's make sure you're 100%. We don't want to lose Kratzy. Make sure you're healthy and ready to go. Yeah. You do that, and then, I think there is a world where you can either juggle bullpen arms or 40 or something like that. So, and you know what? The hug at the end was very nice, and you and I were enjoying that a lot. I'm kind of more impressed by the hug after the first inning. How many major league catchers are you going to see do that? A guy gets through their first inning of baseball, and you just give him some love? I mean, you don't see that. So no. He is a special, unique guy. The story is unique. So, yeah.
All right, you're up.
God. I mean, I was kind of just dragging my feet there at the end because I am in between a rock and a hard place. I am the conductor of a train, and yet I have a short king in front of me. The pride of the Yankees goes to J-Hap.
Wow.
J-Hap. I love Davey, my short king, and I'm sure we're going to talk about him again, more coming up, teaser. J-Hap came up in a 7-game losing streak. Panic throughout Yankee Nation. He basically, in the press this week, said that the Yankees are messing with my pitching. Cashman with the great quote, "We didn't give the Mets COVID, dude."
Did you hear the rest of Cashman's quotes?
Yeah, he was intense. Shout out Adoni, by the way.
Yeah.
Secret press conference, basically.
But then he did another one with the real media where he tore Hap.
Yeah.
For anyone that didn't hear, he was like, by our calculations, he's a back of the rotation guy right now. He was bad last year, and he's been bad. This isn't me paraphrasing.
No.
He was bad. He was poor last year, and he's been bad this year, and he slots at the back of the rotation. So anytime we can reset our rotation, he goes to the back. I mean, that's not the exact words, but it was very close to that.
Not sugar-coated, because if you go at cash, he'll send it back. So Hap put it out there, and then he comes up in the 7-game losing streak, the only 9-inning game this series. Our bullpen had nothing today. J-Hap gave us 7.1. Longest start of the season, I believe.
Best start of the season.
Best start of the season, longest start of the season. I mean, 7.1 shutout. And, all of his numbers, you guys know I love to butter knife it. His numbers this year now look okay. His numbers in his last, 10 starts look okay because he finished last year really strong. And we need pitching. We'll see what the trade deadline has to offer. We'll see how this Davey storm continues. But guess what? I mean, J-Hap, 4 days from now, is going to get the pill. And I think it's going to be against the Mets again. And there's no reason, I don't want to say to not believe in him, but to not believe he's going to give you an effort. And, that's kind of all we're asking at this point. And you know what? Go check out the September stats from last year. Maybe this guy is a pro. Maybe this guy did have a rough time with the juice baseball, and maybe he's figured something out. The 6-walk start in Philly was as bad a baseball as you can watch. But he shoved. It brought us out of this losing streak. If the Yankees don't win that game, I mean, Jim, we could be living in such a different universe right now. So I'm giving it to Happer.
I think he deserved it. I agree. I was hoping you would choose Hap because he saved the bullpen completely. He restored normalcy of a baseball game. And it's the best start a starting pitcher for the Yankees has had all season. And put it right in my face because I was as hard as I've been on a player, really, for Hap. And I do think he'll be good next outing. So maybe I jinxed him there.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Feelings, Jimmy.
Well, his last 2 outings have been effortlessly good.
The boring J-Hap we fell in love with when we traded for him in 2018.
What happened? How did he get out of that inning? Wait, what happened?
You just look up. It's 2 outs and then
ground
it's a
ball
1-1
strikeout
count.
pop up out of the inning. What?
It's You want me to butter knife real quick?
What are you butter knifing?
I mean, I've got it right in front. Big Baby David got excited, so I like that. How about I give you his last 10 games?
Last 10 games.
Okay. You got what's 9 plus 8?
17. Next.
Wow.
Yeah. Test me again.
Impressed by that, BBD?
Hot shot. I beat BBD to it.
J-Hap's last 10 games.
Yeah.
10 games.
10 games.
10 games.
10.
Guess what his ERA is?
3.54.
2.94.
It's pretty good.
52.1 innings.
Who did he pitch in September?
That's a
Who did he
sample.
pitch against in September last year?
In September last year, he went Seattle, Oakland, Boston, Detroit, Toronto, Tampa. So, again, I'm not saying we've all seen J-Hap be bad and walk and give up homers, and it sucks. It's as bad as a watch there is. But again, there is a sliver of hope that this guy is a veteran pitcher that knows how to do it a little bit.
Can he pitch himself into 3 or a starting pitcher in the postseason?
In a 7-game series, I think so.
In a 3-game series?
No.
Don't think it's...
There'd have to be
He'd have to do that.
Currently, you'd rather go Loizaga, Davey, and then in theory a healthy bullpen in a third
Not
game.
Monty?
Oh, you could. Yeah, I'd be fine with that too.
I think Monty's looked pretty good.
Monty's looked solid.
Yeah.
Especially short postseason leash Monty. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Hap can pitch himself into that 4th starter. What if he just does the
He
last
could.
2 starts over and over again?
It's again, you have to do a little bit of funny business, and last year left such a bad taste in everyone's mouth. But when he came over, he was really good. 45 career starts for the Yankees, 46 career games. Mm-hmm. He's got a 4.26 ERA. It's not special, but that's kind of what when we're talking about the trade deadline, this is the kind of pitcher we're referencing. So we might have him in-house.
So he's going to face the Mets on Thursday?
I believe so. Because we got our,
And 1, 2, 3, and then Toronto. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Baltimore. I mean, he's got 4 starts left. He won't hit that vesting option at all.
Don't think so, but
All right. Don't get too excited. Are you putting that in the playoff
don't
bucket?
get too high. I put it as a half point for the playoff bucket.
Yeah, I don't have it fully in there.
No, I mean, baseball changes a lot. Come playoffs, we could be excited for a Hap start, or we could be terrified to see him getting loose in the pen.
Hopefully they're trading for pitching, too.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, good award.
Thank you.
I haven't even thought about this next one.
Okay.
Oh, my God. The next thing we do here on Talkin' Yanks.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Oof.
I haven't even thought about it.
Oh, I've got a good one. Oh, my God.
Like, I'm almost...
Oh, yeah.
I almost still want to give it to who deserves it,
Okay.
but I can't.
Ooh. No.
Yeah,
You're disgusting.
Yeah, you can't.
You're disgusting.
You can't. I'm going Talkman.
Okay. That's fine.
Talkman had one hit this series and 4 walks, I guess. He had a 0.91 batting average. Talkman's a different guy right now at the plate than he's like. We were shocked because it almost feels like he's not trying to swing a lot.
Yeah.
It was weird. It was like it's like trying to just poke the ball. He got obsessed with being the singles pass the baton guy.
Yeah.
He had a couple big swings at the end of this game, and I did love the way he scored the run, and then he looked at the bench and said, "Not even fucking close."
Yeah.
I liked that a
good.
lot.
It was really good.
But we were looking at a lot of guys in the pregame show saying, some of you got to step up. Like Hicks, it was like Hicks, Talkman, a lot of these guys.
Gardy, if he's going to be playing
like
regularly.
the last 10 games had 1 hit, 2 hits.
The outfield.
So, the whole outfield.
We don't believe in the infield. We believe in you, outfield. You guys have some talent.
Yeah. So,
Urshela came back, by the way. That was another... sorry. But we just kind of forgot, and, he's a big part of this team.
Yeah. DJ, too. We didn't forget, but...
Yeah.
What did Talkman do today?
Let me see. Did he play both ends?
He
finishes today with a 277 batting average, and he came in with hitting 300.
Whatever.
No, it's you're absolutely right. I mean, Talkman was slapping it around this year, and it was kind of cool. He was making crazy contact and just slapping singles and doubles. The no home run thing is weird because he's had a couple swings where it's just there's no power behind it.
Should I have given it to Gardner?
Today he had some power swings that looked good. And if you remember when we first got Mike Talkman, that was kind of how he looked. We didn't know what you did.
Yeah, we kept saying that.
What are you?
What
Do
are
you
you?
Slap it? Do you pull it? Do you power, contact? We had no idea. He had a little contact thing going. The swings the past couple days have been exciting. I mean, powerful swings, kind of that inside fastball or hanging off speed pitch that he turns on. Hopefully he can connect with one, and that'll get him going. But, right now it's just a weird watch for a guy that, kind of got Yankee fans really excited, an all-around really good player, and now he's just giving these kind of weird, pokey at-bats.
Yeah. I feel bad giving it to him.
Thrown out on the bases, how about that?
Yeah.
He's done that a few times this year, as has the whole team.
Base running, man. What happened? Do you think that's just they didn't do base running drills because it's not a real spring training?
Scared to get hurt. Would you run this team?
No. I think I might regret that.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry, Taki.
Sorry, Talkman.
Is there a pitcher I could have given it to?
Suck, man.
No one that I care about.
Krisky?
Chad, but I'm over it because of the tipping. I truly don't care.
I've got a pretty good...
Chad would have been pretty good.
I've got a pretty good real one / cop out.
Okay.
Miguel Andujar.
I was gonna do him, but I thought you would rip me apart if I did him.
Dude, that play at third base to kind of keep the losing streak going, is almost unreal. So, A, you get some MFer because you didn't change your approach at third base at all. I sat here in front of the mic and said, hey, you're young. You can work and try to get better. He said, I like the way I play third base. when everyone else has told him that's not how you do it. And he continues to do it. So that's step one. 2, coming into this series, I gave him the top 4 award because I looked at the guys in this lineup and I said, damn, I don't know, but I know that guy can hit. I know somewhere in his bones that guy can hit pretty good. Mm-hmm. After the first doubleheader, he gets sent down. I also forgot there is some service time stuff, but it's also deserved because if you can't hit, you're not providing us anything.
I think it was deserved. I mean, I know service time exists, but whatever.
Yeah.
I have a hot take that I don't know if that's hot.
I think it's pretty hot.
Andujar, I think everyone can say with certainty, if he has a big league career, it will not be as an everyday third baseman.
Correct.
That's not a hot take then.
No.
I mean, it is awful over there.
Yeah. He didn't try to change.
Yeah. Which is weird because
he better by improving.
He tried outfield and tried first. Maybe he hates third base. Maybe he's like, nah.
It's just really weird, man. I mean, how can you not try to change that throw? Yeah. Like, if nothing else. So, we'll see. I hope he's fully healthy. I don't know if he needs at-bats. I don't know if he's going to be here this time tomorrow. I don't know how much Cash believes in him. I don't know if this is a lost year. I don't know. So it just stinks when you see some of the dudes getting at bats and you say, God, Miguel Andujar, if you could do just so little in the field, I mean, you could be an impact part of this team. And he had a lot of bad luck. I mean, he's had a lot of fly balls that in different ballparks the story changes, and that sucks. So I don't know. Again, I think we'll see him at some point this season. Unfortunately, that's probably because of injury monster, but we'll see. Or, I could see something where, like, Tyro gets sent down or Jordy Mercer DFA. I don't know. But, yeah, it stinks, man. Such a talented bat. And some of the guys we're watching take at bats in our lineup don't have
the skill,
a tenth of the skill as he does.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the sad part.
That's the weird part. And it's also not his fault that he, got hurt and was out all last year and can't get full reps.
Can't go to AAA and get
imagine if you
at
go to
bats.
AAA and get at bats. Yeah,
that's why they're keeping Clark there, to get Andujar going.
Mm-hmm.
Just every day. 150 pitches. Nolan Ryan treatment for Clark.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's odd. Hey. But the guy we're going to talk about soon made it not as weird.
Who are you talking about soon?
We'll see.
I'm leaving him for you.
I'm leaving him for you.
Regular All Awards. The first award I am giving out is the Please Award.
Oh, please, 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 please.
Down on my knees.
Please, I'm
begging you, please.
I'm begging you.
2 people win it.
Begging you, double up.
Yeah, same conversation, so I'm doubling it up. Hicks and Gary. Gary hit rock bottom. Gary hit, because I don't believe he's injured. So, I mean, he can get deeper, but this is the deepest we've seen Gary healthy. Like 2018 when he was injured, that was pretty brutal. But it was clear he was hurt. Like we were watching him play and we were like, something's wrong with him. Before the Grand Slam, his body language was shit. Just seemed like he was tired. Seemed like the not hitting was affecting everything, was affecting his blocking, was affecting everything. The Grand Slam's awesome. It comes off a pretty shitty no-name pitcher.
Sure. In a big situation.
In a big situation, though, but still, it's not like, it's not like you got a back-end raised reliever.
Right.
In a close game. The situation was big. The pitcher, he hit it off. It wasn't. Hicks, he gets Diaz. Wall scraper. Big home run. Game-changing home run. Both of these guys were pretty low and had big, big hits that they got to bat flip. They got to pimp. And I was saying that we hadn't seen that swagger out of either of them, especially Hicks, in a while. And I'm hoping that this isn't a one-time thing and we go back. Like, please start moving forward.
Yeah.
Start making this routine. So I'm not even like some people might have thought like stepping stone for. It's not even close,
yeah.
in my opinion. Not even close. Like one swing of good isn't a stepping stone. So just please build off this.
Yeah, just be careful. Both calves, though. So,
but Boone said he's not serious at all.
Yeah.
During the Rays, they could both go 0 for the series, and I wouldn't be shocked because that's how bad they looked before those two swings. So just please get some more hits.
So something that you've been on a lot, and I think people struggle to understand because they almost use it as more ammo, is that when Gary looks bad, it looks really bad.
Yeah.
It looks really bad. And Jim, what did we think about Gary last year at the plate? Like, it was streaky, but we kind of took it.
Well, it was really, really good in the first half.
Right.
He was the starting catcher in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I think the back half he was injured, so he was dealing with shit.
He finished last year 34 homers, 232 batting average, and 841 OPS. Pretty good. We do think Gary has more.
Yeah.
But, those are actually really good numbers for a catcher. Most home runs.
People compare him to JT Realmuto because that's the only catcher you'd take over.
And he beats him in some numbers. So all the
but
power.
But he's looked awful.
Anything that's not power, though. Well, the sport. Anyways, Gary Sanchez. I dug up. Jakey Butterknife is here to play.
Oh, he's looked so bad.
CSing MFers. Last year.
Yeah.
In the year he put together an okay Gary season, in our opinion. He had a 24-game stretch where he hit 115 with a 190 on base and a 388 OPS.
Yeah, he looked. Oh, I forgot how bad he looked at the start of the year. Like
24 games. Gary coming in today played 25 games. So, again, we kind of get lost in this short season sample size. And understandably so, because it's all we have. So, I'm not going to defend Gary in that fact, but...
He started the All-Star game, and those were his stats after 24 games last year?
No, I just took a 24 game. His bad 24-game stretch. I'm saying when he looks bad, he looks bad. No, he started off hot last year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When Gary looks bad, he looks bad. So...
Yeah, same with Gardner.
When it goes south, it goes south. Hopefully this is the turning point. I mean, the fear is that Gary continues to struggle and we point back at this game and we're like, oh, that was a nice moment, but Gary stunk this year. Hopefully it sparks him. Hopefully he can get it going. We were live. We were with the crew here. I was looking for the Gary Sanchez double off of Houston. His first swing looked like it. We were like, okay, that's exciting. He gets the home run. You're right, not a quality pitcher, but whatever. We'll take it at this point. Hopefully it can make Gary a threat. We're back at that mode. Make Gary a threat in the lineup. Mm-hmm. Hicksy, get it going, man. I mean, it's always weird for us because you take a lot of pitches and your working counts, and sometimes it doesn't feel right, but a huge homer today. He's had a bit of a penchant for that. I think that's 3 in the past 2 years now. So he's if you guys, the guys we're talking about, when we start talking about things that are impactful for this team, whether it's Hicks and Gary in this award, great award, Jim,
please,
or the Talkmans, or the Urshela or Gardy or whoever it is. Like, if you're a guy that's supposed to be part of this team, like, now's your time. We're missing Glaber, Stanton, and Judge. Like, I get it. Those are supposed to be 3 of the best players on this team. So you other guys that are getting opportunities, we need you, and hopefully those 2 guys you mentioned can get it going.
Yeah, it'd be nice. What's your award?
Ooh, let's see. Who deserves an award? I will give the Short King of the Day award.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who that could go to.
That play by Tyro was nice.
Yeah, it was.
It was a nice play. Let's talk about Davey Garcia, Jim. Big Yankees prospect, little fella. You saw him on the mound. Our last taste of Davey was at the summer camp game when all of us were bloodthirsty for baseball, so everyone was pretty locked in, and Davey didn't look great. He kind of looked, overmatched or just trying to do too much. It wasn't very impressive, and it was at the time we were all falling in love with Clark Schmidt. Davey comes out today. We don't know if we're getting 2 innings. We don't know if we're getting 5 innings. 6 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. Starts going through the lineup a third time. And they said he made a move on the mound that's helped him. Who knows how mental, physical, or game of angles that is. But, Jim, I mean, this is kind of arguably the biggest bullet point for the Yankees is that we've talked about this for probably 2 years now, just casually in passing, but Davey Garcia can be a weapon for this team potentially. It's one day. It's against the Mets on the second half of a doubleheader where they got walked off on tragically, but there is now an idea of Davey, and it's what can it be?
I'm trying to not get ahead of myself because the fun conversation is this is a highly touted dude and everyone says he can be special. And if that's who he is, that's a playoff bucket drop. Like that's okay, we have another weapon, a lasagna-esque couple innings here. If he can work him way into a starter, I hope we make trades and moves that we don't have to rely on Davey to be starting playoff game. I mean, that's out of the question. That's way too.
Or Davey is just a storm that.
Did we have this conversation on air or off air?
I don't know.
When you asked me, would I like them to bring up Davey?
Yeah, I think we did this last time.
With them hoping he's
the solution.
And I was like, no, I want him to just bring him up because they bring him up and then he forces their hand.
Right.
Which is kind of where we're at. They brought him up because their hands were tied.
Yeah.
Nick Nelson looked really good in his debut.
Yeah, it's true.
He doesn't have the hype. He doesn't have a lot of stuff. So I need to pump the brakes on myself.
Canely-esque in his first debut.
Canely-esque, yeah. And Canely got hurt. And I was like, that changeup, does that replace? Mike King has looked really good at times, you know. Lasagna.
Yeah.
2 years ago, in 2018,
my guy.
We thought he was going to be a difference maker at some points, even in 2019. So I will pump the brakes, but on him helping in the playoffs this season. But I will say he looked really, really good, really swaggered out in a confident way.
In a super composed way. I think that's the wild thing, because that was my biggest thing, because he, in the summer camp game, he was kind of getting behind on counts, and it looked like he was trying to make the perfect pitch and impress, and today, I mean, he was throwing strikes and pumping it in there and trusting it, and again, if the scouting report gets out on Davey, that could look a little different and not as great. Who knows? I will say this. The guy does have a pedigree. He was the youngest player in AAA. We've done this a few times now.
And people might be upset I compared him to Nelson, but I'm just saying.
No. I think the comparison from first appearance to, if Davey gets rocked next time,
yeah,
we're talking if he makes the playoff roster, Yeah. So I think that was fair. But in 111 innings last year, which, by the way, you mentioned Johnny Lasagna. Johnny's never pitched like half that in a season. Davey had 165 strikeouts in 111 innings as the youngest guy to reach AAA. Now, that's across high A, double A, and AAA. He made the jump last year. It's just very much on the radar. What does it mean? Does it mean he's we're losing a series 3-1 and we're out of arms and it's go get it, kid, in a playoff series? Is it you're our go-to weapon in the fifth inning? Is it you're starting a game? Is it you're not around at all? We don't know, and we're going to find out. I think that's the fun news. But, man, there is a quiet, stupid confidence about that kid that we've heard about. You hear every Yankees player or manager say it kind of through a little grin, which basically means behind the scenes, he's a cocky motherfucker. But, man, it's exciting. And, hey, man, if he can get rolling, I think the most reasonable dream, the most exciting dream would be he becomes a dynamic 2-inning weapon out of the bullpen in October.
Mm-hmm.
If Monty or Tank is only going to be able to give us 4-5 that game, that Davey could potentially come in and be, a special weapon. So we're a little bit away from that, but man, it was fun. It was fun.
Shout out to Unhinged. I can't read it, but he was wearing Garrett Cole's belt during the outing.
How about that?
That's cool.
A little magic.
Unhinged New York tweeted it out. We retweeted it on Talkin Yanks. That's cool.
A little magic.
That was fun. And they send him down. They return him because he was the 29th man.
Right.
We think that next doubleheader, when's the next doubleheader? Against the Braves or something? Not
Orioles
Braves.
Friday.
Orioles Friday. Probably be back up for that
Yeah, he probably starts that.
as the 29th man again.
Yeah.
And play that game. It works out perfect for them to play
Yeah.
that game right there. So that's cool. I like it. I like it. I love it. I
was
want
fun,
some more of it. It's fun. It's
I think
good.
that's
Running long, five episode burn, but
this is kind of what we've been doing. What's your final award?
well, who do I want to talk about? Because there's some people that we're not going to talk about.
Right.
Maybe you will. That Voight, DJ coming back,
Right.
or Scheller coming back. What's Gardner to us? I don't, and I kind of want to talk about lasagna.
You've always kind of been a Florial guy, so that's. Can you
Oh,
believe he
did we
played
even
this
mention
series? No.
he made his debut? Sorry, Florial made his debut.
Saw
He
him
got a
on the
hit.
set sheet. Good job, Florial.
Good job, Florial. I'll do it quick.
Auntie.
Damn
Damn.
award.
Damn. This traffic jam.
Damn
Okay.
DJ.
Yeah.
Just damn, that dude can play. Like, just throw your hands up. Oh, he got COVID, so he missed a lot of the summer camp. Oh, don't care. Just gonna drop in. Oh,
Does
his
not care.
thumb hurts. Don't care.
Couldn't care less.
Just like you see him come out, you just go damn.
Yeah.
That's what that guy does. 3-0 since his return.
Yeah.
It is a sense of normalcy to see him back in there. If they start coming back bit by bit, Glaber, Britton. I think Glaber's a ways out, but Britton is a huge one. Hopefully he's here for Tampa series. I don't have much to say. DJ made his return, and it's nice. Voight deserves probably pride, but I don't know. So you go. So,
I mean, just I think the other thing was he he jumps in at third base, makes a really nice play the first inning. I know you were in love with that.
3 hits, 364 on base percentage in the 3 games he played.
And he
just a difference maker right away.
his batting average on the season is still 398. So if he gets a hit his next at bat, he's hitting 400. Yeah, man, he's been special all along with these Yankees. I don't know. We're running out of things to say about DJ LeMahieu.
Damn. Oh, that wasn't even on purpose. I just said damn. Kind of like what my thoughts. Like
that was the award.
You're up.
Full circle. I am up, huh? I'm going to give out the Serviceable Award.
Oh, boy. Okay. Serviceable.
Serviceable.
I don't know.
Serviceable. Jim, the award goes to Clint Frazier.
Oh, okay.
The award goes to Clint Frazier. Clint Frazier, no errors this season.
Yes. He hasn't been bad in the outfield.
He's been making the plays he's supposed to make. He's been making a couple plays that have gotten people excited that are around exciting. Hey, how about everything I gave my MFer to Andujar about? Clint hasn't been close to that conversation. If he's in the outfield, he's catching the fly balls. He's, getting the ball in, sometimes with a little hesitation. But guess what? I don't care because he's one of the few guys on the team that can hit.
Back when 2017, when we had no idea who Clinton was and he came up, I remember giving him the Jitterbug Award.
Jitterbug.
It was a long time. You remember this, BBD? Because I was like, why doesn't he throw the ball in right away? He just like kind of goes like jitters a ton and then throws it in. And that was our biggest concern with his defense, which isn't a concern. It's just like, what's that about? It's more a fun award. He did that in this game, and I didn't care one bit because we got way worse than there. So to be back up just to that is cool. I don't care.
And
I am getting sick of the praise he gets for the unnecessary dives. Like, I don't mind the dive, but Michael K going, oh my God, what a play by Frazier. It's like, dude, what?
Yeah, it's a little bit of the, the kid in class. Okay, let's say I'm in high school and I get a B- on a tough test, and then the kid who's gets an A in the class gets a B on the test. They don't get rewarded for that, but they're like, hey, Jake, you did a great job on that test, huh? It's like, it's still not that guy, but Clint's doing great. And by the way, I know the numbers were a little inflated by the Boston series, but guess what? We do get to play that team. His numbers on the year, he's hitting 300. He's got a 1.0 OPS. He drew 5 walks this series.
Yeah, I was impressed with the extra inning walk there.
So you know what, man? Clint, this is all we asked. This is all we've asked for the past couple years.
No qualms with Clint.
And again, everything negative I said about Miguel Andujar, who could be living this same opportunity.
If he just hit.
If he played, he misplayed a couple fly balls too. But
yeah.
Clint, good for you, man. We very much look forward to seeing your name in the lineup.
Did Clint get hits today?
And we're about half a roster of that right now. What did he do today? I think he had a walk. Did he have one hit? One hit.
1 for 3.
1 for 3 with a walk.
Wow. All right. Small sample sizes are bizarre.
Yeah.
Because those first 3 games,
he was crazy hot.
when he was are still carrying him.
Like 7 for 12 or something.
Yeah. Like since then, his average is still under 200.
Yeah. But there have been a lot of walks, which is if you're not hitting the ball great.
7 walks since then.
That's how you stay in a lineup.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm more pointing out small sample sizes
Yes.
than anything else.
Yeah.
Like it's still such a weird season.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can do this with tons of people.
Like the last 7 days, he has a 200 batting average, but a 1.0 OPS.
Yes.
So.
It's like so weird. Hey, if you want to make your stats look good, no matter what, have 3 hit days.
Have 3 hit days, draw some walks when you're not seeing the ball great, and make a pretty good career out of that.
Padres trade with Nola is completed.
Austin Nola.
So that's the end of the series recap. Thank you very much. Coming up, 3-game set against the Rays. They will be pitching Garrett Cole, Tanaka, and Montgomery. Those are their 3 best starters right now, right? So that's who will be pitching. Britton's supposed to come back. Chad, Otto, Chapman should all be available for game 1, and then normal after that, depending on if they pitch or not. See if Gary can take this momentum. See if Hicks can take this momentum. See if DJ and Voit can keep it up, and Clint can keep it up. Gardner, I know no one wants to hear this, but Gardner's hit balls on the screws this weekend.
There's a chance he could get going. And that's what we're rooting for with all these guys that deserve to be on the team pretty much.
And hopefully Gio Urshela is back to starting. That's a huge difference maker. Like
Really
DJ and Gio were out.
One of the most important two-way players on the
What's
team.
that? Yeah. What's that about?
James Paxton getting ready for the Canucks game.
Nice.
Excited?
Is that a black hat he's wearing?
Yeah.
I like that.
I know you do.
What's
Are we saying anything about the trade deadline? Are we gonna?
We'll have to wait it out. I mean, obviously, we'll jump on the mics whenever and if something happens. There's a lot of rumors going around. It's at 4 o'clock. I don't know when people are listening to
You'll
this,
probably be hearing from us tomorrow. I mean, I'd assume an arm of some sort. This deadline has been pretty active, and the Yanks are involved. So we'll see what it is. Could it be a big something? I mean, it would be nuts, especially after the display some of the young guys did this weekend. But yeah, we'll see. If they do something, we'll probably go live instantly.
Unless it's at like midnight.
Yeah. Or if it's
We'll have to push whatever shows to get it out first. So
what's a meh reliever we want to go live for?
well, Bradley's the biggest.
Luis Avalon.
Yeah. What about Bradley?
Yeah, that's an impact piece.
Okay.
He's good.
He's
All right. That seems like what it's going to be.
That'd
Right
be
now,
cool.
it's Bradley and Marte are the biggest rumors.
Bradley and Ray. Bradley, Ray, Marte.
But I don't believe any of the rumors.
Yeah, we'll believe it when it happens.
All right. That's that. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate you. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.